Hey boys and girls, how's it going? We just finished breakfast, met with the owner of Piper Arrow. We're getting ready to do the wing spar inspection. So this is Saturday morning. We decided to get together and we're going to go down and remove the bolts today so that we can be ready for the NDI technician to come in Monday. So here we go. Follow along. We got a full belly and we're heading out to go do the Piper Spar AD. NDI. See you at the airport. I got it here. Where'd they put this? Where'd they put the ding dang number? 2020 26 16. 2020 26 16. Hey boys and girls, we're back here on Joe's Arrow and we're doing AD 2020-2616, which is also service bulletin 1345. So right now, all we've got to do is take out the outer two bolts, just these two here. Joe took the cover off earlier, so we're going to go and see how these will loosen. And we're of course using the smallest wrench that Joe was able to give me. Thank you very much. Let's see if we're going. Yep, that rear one will loosen up. We probably want to put all new hardware on the rest of these too. If you got it, when we put it all back together.
I don't, but I can.
Yeah, I think I think I've got the hardware at my place. In for penny, in for pound. Okay, the rear bolt is off. Yeah. I'm telling you, this quarter-inch drive is the way to go because you really don't want to use a half-inch drive with a foot-long handle. That would be way too easy. Boop, 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 boop. Off they come. Okay. Do, 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 do. And this airplane has how many hours? 12,000 something?
10,000 something.
10,000 something. And what'd you end up factoring to?
8,900.
8,900, factored to 8,900. So this thing was living in a 100-hour life. Okay. Now I put my sacrifice nut on, even though your other nuts are junked. Put the sacrifice nut on. Boom, boom. Loosen a little bit. Loosen a bit. A little more. That's it. And then the only thing we're not going to use a drift. Where's the drift? They tell you not to drive the bolts out. And what they're saying is do not use a drift because we had a local aircraft, the edge of this ended up putting a big scratch in it. So the only thing I'm going to do is the bolt is about to disengage. Boom. I just bumped it about a 1/16 of an inch. And the bolt is out. Bolt and washer are ready for your harvesting. And I will go loosen the other one. So the rear bolt is ready for picking.
It is out.
It's out. Clear the frame. Whee! And number 2 coming out. Whoa. Huh. That one is tight.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And that should be close. I'm just going to give it a little tick to get it clear. Clear. So, like I said, it's only, I can almost poke it with my pinky. You got it?
Got it.
Oh, you got everything. Super. So that's taking the bolts out. This one was the hardest one to take out. It's been in there for 10,000 hours and 40 years. 50 years? What year is this?
73.
73. So we're going on 50 years. I wish I was looking that good. Anywho, that's it. So much for that. Next time we see you guys, we're going to be down here with NDI dude or dudette. That's it. That's it for Saturday morning.
2 days later.
Good morning, everyone, boys and girls. Pardon the sun getting in the way of the camera here for a second. We are getting ready to get on the airport here. It is Monday morning, 2 days later from when we took the bolts out. So we're meeting the NDI folks here. Hopefully we got here a little earlier. Turn my beeper off. Put the secret squirrel code in there. Gate opens. Because, you know, if anyone's going to take down the Western societies, we know it. It's going to start at Fort Worth, Texas. So, okay, gate's closing, so we're all good there. Anyway, we're heading over to the hangar right now to meet the NDI folks to continue or to perform the eddy current inspection for the Piper wing spar. As we mentioned just a few minutes ago, this is a pretty much high time aircraft. The aircraft had been a flight training aircraft, but we don't really know what the training scenario was. However, it was under a 100-hour protocol, so that's what the math was. So I think we had something like 9,000 hours total time, lifetime, or 10,000, whatever it is. We'll go back, and a very high factored hour number. So that's where we are right now, pulling up to the hangar. So we'll see you under the airplane, or we're gonna talk with some folks here in just a second. Hey, how's it going, folks? It's Bill with Hangar Rats. We're down at the hangar with our owner, Joe. Okay, got a wide angle. We got Joe here who's anticipating how it's all gonna go. And then we have, of course, Joe. And Joe is with, who are you with?
Apex Inspections.
Apex Inspections. Okay, so Joe's going to show us kind of what we're going. I'm going to zoom in here, and then he'll tell us kind of what's going on. He's got the super duper NDI box, and this is eddy current, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he's got this is your standard.
Standard, yep. It'd be
Okay,
a notch
so-
block. So you got your,
So it's got a defect.
yep, it has 3 defects down to 8,000s to 40,000s.
Holy catfish!
So here
Okay.
would be the 40,000s.
And then you can see the screen kind of
Yep.
doing its thing.
You got 20,000s, and then you got your 8,000s.
And
So,
you know what you're looking at because we have no idea what we're looking at.
Yep.
So the arc there, or the
When it goes straight up, that would be indication of a crack.
okay, cool, excellent. Okay, so now we're gonna go check it out and see how we do. This thing made me really look really fat, but I was able to crop it out.
All right, you're good to go.
What?
Yep.
Okie doke. Apex. Joe with Apex has finished the inspection, and we've got the relieved owner. Okay, so
Absolutely.
yeah, and we talked about it when I was downstairs the other day. You had how many total hours, airframe hours?
There's 10,200 hours on this airframe.
10,200 hours, and factored was.
Factored came down to 8,970.
And that was how many 100-hour inspections?
8,900 hour inspection.
89
in its life.
Yeah, that's like a
And this
crap
is
load.
a 1973 model.
Yeah.
So
Okay, and the word is
You're good to go.
Okay, cool beans. Okay, no. So we're gonna fill out paperwork and then get these guys going. Joe with Apex is gonna get the paperwork and all that stuff done, and then you supply the paperwork that goes to the FAA.
Yes, I do.
For the AD compliance.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so it's all signed off and all that, and they're certified NDI, all that cool stuff. Smile and wave. We're gonna get dozens of hits on this.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, boys and girls, here we are. Okay, Joe, how'd it go? How'd the inspection? You were a little tensed up there.
Just a little bit. They said they've done close to 80 aircraft so far, and they've really not had any problems, but this is the highest time aircraft they have done so far.
And again,
Oh, man.
I said it a bunch of times. I probably quoted it wrong. So your total time was
Total airframe time is 10,200 hours.
200 hours. Factored
My
service.
factored service hours with 8,900 hour inspections was 8,976 hours point something.
Something. It's a 1973
So 1973
PA 28 R200.
-200.
Right. Okay. So, and it's been living a pretty good life.
It has. It spent most of its life doing 100 hours. I think it started off as a flying club aircraft. As far as I could chase back, it's been in commercial operations, but not really flight school until the last couple of years before I bought it. It was on lease
not
backs.
getting whipped on.
Right.
It's probably IFR cross country
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably not getting the touch and goes. Okay, so you had that. So Joe with Apex just left. We bid him farewell. What did he give you? He gave you the form, right?
He gave me the NDI inspection report, which is an Apex form, and he gave me a copy of the AD form that needs to go to both the FAA and a copy to Piper.
That's in the AD.
That's the last page of the AD.
Okay,
It's the
so-
AD form, and
so
he
you'll-
filled that out for me, and that's ready to go.
So you'll copy that, put that in the mail this morning.
Yep.
So when do you inspect again?
According to the AD, this is an interim AD. They're trying to figure out the data and what's out there. So there is no recurring inspection right now.
Yeah,
I
see that-
imagine they're going to get all of their data in, see how many cracks they have across the fleet, and decide do they want to do it as a recurring or what kind of
And that's
recurrence.
something folks have asked me is, okay, well, is this it? Is this the fleet? It's like, well, they may say either the data shows it's a really bad, so all of a sudden we're going to gather some more airplane models,
Right.
Or they're going to say good enough is good enough. But yeah, I think we're interim. There's going to be an R1 or R2 or
independent. Like I said, this airplane's going to give even the FAA some data points, being a high time airplane.
Yeah.
And they may get a bunch of these and decide, there was a couple of one-offs and we really don't need to recurring inspect.
And I think a lot of it has to do is where the aircraft lives. If it lives in a maritime environment, it's on the coast, it's getting pressure washed, it's getting beat up, it's not being kept nice. That's
Right.
going to be a thing. So
Right.
I don't know how they're factoring back. But that'll
Well,
be
this
interesting.
one, according to the logbooks, was very well maintained. It spent a lot of its life on the East Coast. Virginia had some North Carolina time, but it's in really decent shape. And
To that end, I'm going to talk to the camera. To that end, when Joe first brought the aircraft and asked me to start working on it, 16 years ago? 14
Yes.
years, 14 years, something like that?
16.
16 years ago. You had 2 freaking suitcases.
yes, of logbooks.
Of logbooks.
Yes.
Not 2 logbooks, 2 suitcases. So whoever did it was fastidious. I think they were fastidious in their maintenance and the upkeep, and they kept the plane nice.
Oh yes,
They
yes,
kept the plane nice, so that was kind of cool. Okay, so, feel better?
a lot.
Okay, we're out. We're gonna let you guys go. That's it for 2020. What is it? 2020, 26, 16?
26-16.
Yeah, 1680 note. Peace out.